Yeah! Oh, that's so good. Woo! Oh yeah. Hello and welcome to the exciting blue future that none of us were envisioning back when the future was blue. I'm gonna be playing a game from the blue era, back when we all lived in. Whoa, that's really loud. Hang on a second. Jesus. It really. Ah! Okay. Okay, are we done? Are we through? I have it set to like 10% volume now. This is still pretty loud for 10% volume. But I guess that really is what 10% volume sounds like. Okay, I didn't know that, like, I apologize, I did some setup earlier, but I wasn't preparing for the volume to be, like, blasting it at 120%. I want to point out, I see that message, Tango Wolf. You watched a bit of Spy Fiction gameplay and prep for this stream. I was not prepared for the hairstyles. Well, you weren't watching hairstyle, you were watching gameplay, and I want to say that you have a leg up over me. I am coming into this mostly blind, but that's not true. I've actually, in fact, played Spy Fiction before. In fact, I might have even played multiple hours of Spy Fiction, but that was almost, what was it, 2003? Was this a 2002 or 2003? It was over 20 years. Whoa, that's anticlimactic. I thought there would be like a percussion note, but you just kind of heard the fart gas get released, and there was a bit of fart when it like zoomed up on him. Oh, they're being morally ambiguous. He's not wrong, actually. Wait, is he German? Okay, so there's like a 16-year-old edgy teenager going through a Nazi phase who's our villain here, I guess. He kind of looks like Virgil from Devil May Cry. Not to be confused with Virgil from Ancient Rome. Who's doing the camera work here? Oh, yeah, you're right what I asked! Okay, so this is like blowing my mind a bit. I did not know that. I did not know that. I mean, I might have known it and then forgot it. But I did not retain that in my memory today when getting the game set up. And I think I have a window capture set up somewhere. Why is the music so sad? I guess it's mysterious and conveys the anxiety of a tense situation. So I was looking through the Wikipedia article for Spy Fiction the PS2 game, not Spy Fiction the genre, which is already a hilarious enough title that they decided to pick for this game, because everything I remember about this game from the multiple hours I might have played of it as a kid, and those would have been about 2 hours out of the official PlayStation Magazine demo disc. I thought it was a 2002 game, apparently it's 2003. Maybe the demo I played was from 2002? I remember this game coming out, like, in a hurry, in a real super duper fast, rushed out, absolute shameless hurry following Metal Gear Solid 2, but the dates aren't quite matching up with that memory. It's, if this did come out in 2004 in North America, that would mean there would be a whole 2-year gap between the two, and all the various trends of the PS2 era, I'm gonna lower that volume, had, wound their course by then. One of which was on its way out was everything being a Metal Gear Solid 2 ripoff for a short little while. Because for a short little while in the early PS2 era, that totally was the case. The fucking stupid ass stealth mission in Wind Waker where you hide in barrels. That was a fucking Metal Gear Solid 2 ripoff. In this, I guess my memories had categorized it into that era. I think Jak and Daxter was imitating Metal Gear Solid 2 at some point. I think there's a mission in Metal Gear Solid Vice City, in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. If a PS2 game from 2002 to 2004 had a bad stealth segment that didn't really vibe with the rest of the whole game, that was because Congress passed a law requiring that everything rip off Metal Gear Solid 2 for a while, for a couple of those years back then. That was just the rules. You couldn't break it. Like they would put you in jail if you didn't rip off Metal Gear Solid 2. But this was the pinnacle of Metal Gear Solid 2 ripoffs. This whole game was conceptualized, I'm pretty darn sure, from the ground up to be a Metal Gear Solid 2 ripoff. But there are a few reasons why I want to raise my eyebrows. One of the things is that apparently we're going to be doing third-person lock-on shooting, and that's something that has aged considerably worse than every Metal Gear Solid game themselves has. It made me think about how remarkable Metal Gear Solid 2 might have been for having a very forward-thinking perspective on things like iron sights and manual aiming. But this is apparently a sweary game. The Deadly Premonitions guy, who has since been doing weird indie games, was apparently in charge of this, and I was surprised to see that alongside Extermination. Extermination is a sweary game too? That means that this should get weird, and I do remember there being a bit of a weird flair here, but also one thing that that is borderline ubiquitous amongst the development of many artists, good and bad artists alike, is that their first works are going to be more imitative than they are original. And I can't believe my memories, because this is also a very weird thing to say, but I remember Extermination also being a Metal Gear Solid 2 ripoff. Somehow Swery was in charge of two extremely high-class Metal Gear Solid 2 ripoffs. But Extermination cannot possibly be, because this actually came out before Metal Gear Solid 2. But you guys must understand that in the early PS2 days, there was a big drive to a big drive among a lot of weird autorial Japanese games to make them very cinematic, like you're playing a movie. I don't remember the name of another one around about this early PS2 time, where you traveled through time and tried to solve your own murder mystery, and it was very exciting and movie-like, and it felt a little bit like Metal Gear Solid 2. Extermination is a quirky wacky Japanification of The Thing, which in terms of like imitating Metal Gear Solid 2, maybe not so much as it might have been imitating the ethos of Metal Gear Solid 1 with the same technology that was being in the works for early PS2 tech demo emotion engine technology stuff, which I think is why Metal Gear Solid 2 looks to the eyes a lot like Extermination, and kind of a lot like Fatal Frame, and kind of a lot like Spy Fiction that we're getting into. These games have a very similar look to them. And another reason why I think we might be able to suspect why is the Satellite Studio stuff going on. Deep Space is probably not as interesting an article as Access Games here, where they like renamed it under Swery's leadership later on, though, right? I don't. The point that I'm trying to get to with this stupid video game history lesson here is that there is apparently, when it comes to weird, kind of mediocre PS2 games that nevertheless have a great amount of charm, that can cause people to remember them more fondly and maybe add up to something greater than the sum of their parts over time and let them become cult classics. Sweary games are those, and I can't believe that he was in charge of this shit from like day one. One of the things why Deadly Premonitions is so popular is because it gave people memories of wacky PS2 games. And we are seeing that some of the most imitative PS2 games that were aping whatever kind of magic Metal Gear Solid was bringing to the PlayStation brand sauce were also sweary games, apparently. Extermination is an early PS2 tech demo game that used a lot of Emotion Engine technology to make expressive character models act in cutscenes in dramatic ways that was unprecedented at the time. This was a real big tech demo sort of game. This was super duper hyped up, almost in line with Metal Gear Solid 2 as like the big fancy next generation experience that would show off how cool the PlayStation 2 was in comparison to the PlayStation 1. And another thing we're going to see is like, I think in terms of the way that sound design and menu feel work, the games kind of feel the same too. I should actually start this thing and get into it and see where we're going. Extermination was rad. Yeah! I can't believe I almost forgot about it until looking this stuff up tonight. But I'm wondering if that means that I'm gonna try to make my window bigger and hope it doesn't. Oops, it did. It did screw up the crop. There we go. I'm wondering if that means that because of how blatant of a Metal Gear Solid 2 ripoff Spy Fiction is, and how inspired by Metal Gear or Kojima games Extermination was, if that means that the Swearyverse, if Sweary65 or Sweary67, or I don't know, maybe I'm getting him confused with Suda51. Why do they got 50s and 60s numbers on their names? Does that mean that Sweary games count as Metal Gear Monday games? I don't know, but we should probably play on normal. Enemy strength, the maximum number of items you can carry. Wait, like a survival horror game? Alright, so if I'm not good at action games, I want easy. If I like action games, I want normal. If I want more of a challenge... Oh, enemies are smarter? Well, that's left to be seen, I suppose. Adventure level settings? Huh? The story's difficulty level indicating how many hints you were given. Oh, this is like Silent Hill stuff, right? Silent Hill 2 from the early PS2 games that has a sort of look to the characters where they look like porcelain dolls, but with very, very expressive moving faces that all kind of are sort of rigged and modeled up the same way. Also had a similarly bifurcated difficulty selection where you pick story difficulty and gameplay difficulty as separate things. It is fondly remembered as if that's a unique thing to Silent Hill, but you'd see it in other places every now and then. Believe it or not, Spy Fiction apparently. Let's pick normal. Shadow of Memories was Konami. Yeah. Shadow of Memories kicked ass. Using the same engine as Metal Gear Solid 2, and the ProTac has a lot of Raiden's features. This guy looks like Raiden. Raiden-like characters were popular these days. This guy also looks like the Deus Ex Invisible Warfare guy. This guy looks like Goku. This guy looks like a lot of guys from the early 2000s. The ProTac has a lot of Raiden's features. It's the game where you use time travel to prevent your own future. How much adventure are you paired for? Then Homer's stuff is too. Oh good, thank you, Twiton. The wife loved the Mugenics video. I'm wondering if that's like damning praise somehow, though. Billy Bishop? Age 26. Sex, yes. Blood, abs. Billy Bishop, Phantom Team Leader, Solo Covert Operative, above average strength. Speaking of damning praise, cannot use female disguises? Why is that? Why is that? Oh, this is good. Oh, okay. Sheila Crawford is an 18-year-old female who's the only female agent. Former French Foreign Legion mercenary can masquerade as any target. With all due respect, that sounds a lot more fun. I don't even want to see the name Billy Bishop. Like let's be Sheila Crawford. Billy Bishop can't use female disguises, so he's already got a debuff going against him. Her blood type is none. Yeah, Sheila can cross-dress while Billy can't, and this is a spy game, and you know spies are all about fooling people, right? It's supposed to, let's assume that pretending to be someone else is going to be a big part of the game that we picked up from Blockbuster called spy fiction. This is a work of fiction. Spy fiction. The portrayed organization's people are fictitious. Spy fictitious. I'm getting zapped into the blue here. Oh, look at that Metal Gear Solid 2 motion blur. Metal Gear Solid 2 uses the same motion blur effect. I told you that these games all kind of look the same. Castle Wolfgang? Castle, excuse me.
Must be found and destroyed. Bishop and Sheila, you run the arm. Nicholas, you stand by as support.
Yeah. Castle Wolfgangstein.
His intel is crucial to your mission.
Time? Night? That's specific.
Create a diversion from the lakeside. That should buy you time to get to the terrorists' headquarters.
I don't think we need to listen again. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna follow the waypoints.
You must stop them at any cost.
Enigma.
The fate of the world rests with
Okay, so Enigma are like neo-Nazi teenagers hanging out at Castle Wolfgang. Oh, geez. Oh, no! You're right! They even call it a Halo jump! Where's the bottom of the screen chopped off?
Now adjust the target cursor until it lines up with your target. There
Okay, I'll try.
around the target. Open your chute directly over the target. If not, it's curtains. Got it?
What's the shoot open button?
Look at your altimeter.
Altimeter?
3,000 and 1,500 feet.
We don't have any numbers. We don't have any numbers, Niklaus.
Hold the square button down and
Oh, thank you.
release the button.
You could be saying this a lot faster, by the way. Time is of the essence right now.
1,000 feet. The enemy will see you. Mission over.
Press the button when the screen tells you to press the button.
Screw up. 1,500 feet is the deadline.
All right.
You're dead. Got that?
Any lower, and you're past the line where you're dead.
See you on the
That's why they call it the deadline. See you on the ground. Alright, I better not look away from the screen.
perfect. You've got it. Now stay on target.
Okay. Are those dangerous or good? I'm gonna assume that they're dangerous. Why? Oh geez. Oh god. That is oversensitive.
The altimeter.
Okay, so what are these? Are these mines? The snow effect is surprisingly decent. Are these mines? Is that a suitcase? Should I get the suitcase and avoid the mines? What? Oh, this is a video game.
In range. Get ready to open your
I don't remember this from the official PlayStation Magazine demo disc. My analog stick is too oversensitive. I think the emulation options are not quite right. Okay, we're ready, right? We do it now? We do it. Oh, I got a release. What? Okay. Okay. Ow. Oh, sorry, Eddie. I didn't mean to boop you. Yeah, the snow effect. There's something not quite right. It's not quite a Metal Gear Solid snow effect, but it is higher in quality than like a PS2 era Rockstar Games snow effect. I don't know, I feel like there was snow in one of the Manhunt games that looked a hell of a lot worse than this. There might have been snow in one of the Splinter Cell games that looked a hell of a lot worse than this.
Time has come. On a night like this. Still
Look at that Raiden face. Look at that guy's Raiden face.
There's no turning back for me now.
Whatever you
Look at her Raiden face.
Okay then, let's get on with it.
The music in this game's weird. This is Final Fantasy music that sounds like a PS1 era Final Fantasy. Like, the MIDI instruments are too obviously MIDI to convey the cinematic grandiosity of what we were expecting from a game called Spy Fiction that I am already seeing is pretty clearly a Metal Gear Solid 2 theme. The beginning of the game has us experience a lot of motion blur with precipitation falling on characters who have smooth porcelain doll Raiden faces. Emotion engine faces. That's what kind of faces these are.
Bishop?
Split Raiden into three to make a Naruto three guys team.
I'll go in ahead. You come in behind.
Roger.
Back in the hole.
Back in the hole.
Is the innuendo intended? Why did the music cut off weird? Oh boy.
Remember with the right analog stick.
Alright.
For spying.
It's useful for spying! It's gonna be a hell of a lot more useful when I, invert horizontal. Yes, please. Thank you. Some weird... Oh, geez. Okay, we gotta change that. That's not quite right either. Okay. So, alright. Wow. Oh my god! So, we're generations in the future with this manually controllable third-person camera, like Metal Gear Solid Subsistence. However, we are firmly stuck into the antiquated past where you press R1 to cut to the first-person view. Same controller binding. Okay, R2 and L2 don't seem to be doing anything. L1 is the sneaking button. What's different from analog sensitivity? Dead zones are really big. So there's not a lot of sweet spot zone between walking speed and running speed. L1 is crouch and sneak all in one. Okay. It's useful for spying, yeah. Oh, R2 is the camera reset button. Imagine being an 18-year-old fresh out of the French Legion recruit and you're watching a tutorial on Halo jumping, and then as soon as you hit the ground, your radio support man says, "Use your head to look around. That can be useful for spying." So the music also... Oh, the emulator. Okay, this is probably not a Spy Fiction fun glitch. This is probably a PCSS2 fun glitch. It's also happening at the very edges of the screen, so wait, no it's not. Anyways, we can still play. It looks like it's only happening on some surfaces. It's I guess it's feeling like a Devil May Cry game with us in this castle here. Was that a video game sound effect? Okay, now we have gun.
Press and release the triangle button quickly. You can empty your hands or switch between the tools you're using.
The safety meter and the Spider-Man font. The RE4 castle area was totally made out of a shared pool of resources from games from this era that took place in similar settings. Stun shaver, stun gun disguised as an electric raider. Wow. Now that's tactical and that's the kind of gadgetry I expect from a game called Spy Fiction. Am I playing this too tactically? Should I play it like a dumb kid in 2002 from the official PlayStation Magazine demo disc? Look at how responsive we are. You don't get movement like this from games nowadays. We could, like, burn 1,000... Oops. We could burn 1,000 calories just running around in circles. I wish bodies moved like that in real life. It makes it look like she has the same weight as a cardboard box. Oh my gosh, I am not controlling the camera here. Okay, and Devil May Cry style, sometimes the camera's gonna change on us suddenly. Do I have like a sword or a hammer I can smash these crates with? Oh, biosensor. See enemies through objects. That sounds useful. That's... Okay. Enemy, haha! I'm so glad I found that in the menu before going down there. But that's not a hammer or a sword. Where's your maximum health? Spider grip. Spider-Man, use your spider grip to create special suction grips on the walls. And you can do indoor covert ops with your spider grip, Spider-Man. Pressing L1 during a jump will cause... What? Indoor, when equipped, pressing L1 during a jump will cause you to stick to the ceiling? Okay, do I have to turn the gun off to do it? Spider grip. Spider grip, special suction grips create window when equipped. Pressing L1 during a jump will cause you to stick to the ceiling. Okay. So you're telling me that this game that came out in around 2003, 2004-ish, and is first... Oh, cool. There's hanging drama. They should call this hanging fiction. That's a Metal Gear Solid 2 thing. The Splinter Cell did it after Metal Gear Solid 2 did it. But no, that's besides the point. I was talking about how this game has Spider-Man features. Spider-Man, Spider Grip. When equipped, press L1 during a jump will cause you to stick to the ceiling. But hey, I'm trying. I am trying to press L1 to use the Spider-Man grip, and it's not, working. Somehow, okay, cool. I can action roll with L1. Oh, there's a wall press. Colonel.
Enemy soldier ahead. Use the L1 button to get past the guards. Press the L1 button to blend into the wall. Oh, I've got stealth camo like the Cyborg Ninja in Metal Gear. So they have a vision cone, and it's represented by just straight up 25% transparency white texture cutting through the walls. Now, why do I? Is there anyone else back there? I don't think so. Otherwise, another giant white polygon vision cone would be cutting through my vision here. Okay. Now what do I do? Colonel, how do I shoot the guy? Gameplay instructions. What's 3DA cam? Execute.
To use the 3DA cam, press and hold the triangle button. From the inventory screen, scroll down to equipped and select the 3DA cam. Now press and hold the R1 button to look through the viewfinder. Use the left analog stick to move the camera in the direction of the object you wish to view. To zoom in and out, press up and down on the right analog stick.
Should I have watched this first? The music can't decide how dramatic it wants to be.
R1 button and center the viewfinder on the subject. To capture
Oh
the
no.
move the viewfinder until the icon in the lower left-hand corner of the screen turns yellow.
Do we have to send Otacon pictures of Metal Gear?
Now press the X button to take the picture. To capture the full identity of someone, both clothing and face icons on the viewfinder must be highlighted. Once you have the subject in clear view, press the X button.
So there's gonna be camera stuff. At some point, we're gonna have to take pictures of Metal Gear and send it to Otacon. Shooting! That's what we will want to do, right? Brum brum. Brum brum. Brum brum.
To equip a weapon, press and hold the triangle button. Then
Okay.
with the left analog stick, scroll left or right until you have found the desired weapon.
Okay.
The weapon you stop on will then be equipped upon releasing the triangle button. Once a weapon has been equipped, you can quickly draw or holster your weapon by
Oh, look at the icons! That animation is almost exactly the same as Metal Gear's quick equipping on and off.
hold the square button.
Square.
Then face the direction of the target to lock on.
Okay.
To fire at the selected target, release the square button.
Release?
The target is not
No!
repeat this action.
You shoot with the square button? No, that's bad. Don't imitate Metal Gear like that, spy fiction.
Necessary to shoot around corners or from behind objects. To do so, press and hold the L1 button to crouch. Then press forward in the direction of the target. Next, hold down the square button to auto target and release to fire.
Next, submit your dissertation to the committee and wait for approval.
To target an enemy at a great distance,
Complete Form 1040 Schedule C.
access the camera by holding down the triangle button and then scroll down to select and equip the 3DA cam. Now hold down the R1 button to access the viewfinder. You can zoom in and out by moving the right analog stick up or down.
Okay, so I want to hold square and then release square. How do you cancel a shot,
Draw
though?
your weapon and release it to fire.
Oh, wait, excuse me? There's first-person shooting? Let me see that again. I hope there's a fast-forward button in this. There's not. There's not. Alright, we're just gonna have to... wing it. Information, brightness, position, third-person, save data. Let's make a save before we shoot our first guy in spy fiction. Let's save Scum spy fiction. What a night. Yes. Okay, there was some kind of first-person aiming thing going on there, and that's what... Oh, did I actually save it? That's what I want. There's some kind of first-person aiming thing going on with the camera, and that's what I want, but for now... Okay. We're just going to use the auto-aim because it'll look more dramatic, and it sounds like that's really what... probably going to get funneled into. Square. Oops. Oop, no, God, okay. Okay, hold down L1, push the stick towards the bad guy. Oh, wait, no, let's blend. Okay, wait for him to turn around. It's really weird. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I guess if you hold it for a little while, you get a critical... Okay, how do you cancel? Triangle? Yes. So square, triangle. This is readying a shot, by the way. I'm holding square. Okay, that's also how we reload. So you tap triangle to unequip it, like in Metal Gear. You cancel the shot most reliably by unequip it. I don't know if we're doing pressure sensitive buttons that the emulator is going to handle weird or not, but we're going to be using the triangle instead. Can I Spider-Man my way up the walls? Can I press into this wall? And there we go. X to take a picture captures data to create disguises. What? Like in Hitman? Okay. Shutter chance. What is shutter chance? Am I experiencing Suda 51 weirdness right now? Wait, no, I meant Swery 57 weirdness. Shutter chance. What? Okay, I think I found out how to use the first person aiming. It doesn't seem to be working though. Yeah, there's another guy coming, so I shouldn't be dicking around with that too much. Aha, there he is. This feels very modern. Like I'm using Batman vision. I guess that means he's listening for something? I might be able to ghost through here without having to shoot anyone if the camera will... Stop it! If the camera will treat me with grace and respect. I think you have to be up against the wall to Spider-Man. Japanese stealth games need to be studied, specifically by the Ghost Recon devs. How do I silently execute this guy? I guess I answered my question. Dun 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 dun. Brum bum 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 bum. Fuck. Jeez. Get. Ah. Okay. Camera in this game is very sensitive. Good thing I have 105 bullets because I think it takes 4 shots to the back to kill them. I'm not quite entirely sure, but I'm just spamming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess it takes 6 shots, but sometimes they have iframes and it's hard to tell if I'm actually hitting them properly. Ah! Please equip... Okay, so I guess circle is my interact button. Please equip a security tag. Security tag. Plug into security terminals to delete yourself from guard notices. Okay, I don't know if a guard notice is my problem. It seems like there is only one way to go. Oh, look at that. We got gun at the bottom of the screen. Can I unequip? Oh, punch! That dude. Ah! You punch, kick! No way! Oh my gosh! Look at that. They do one extra kick, so that it's not exactly the same kind of combo as Metal Gear Solid's Melee, but it's real freaking close. That's really funny. Okay, am I supposed to take a picture of him and disguise myself as him so that I can cross-dress my way into enemy territory? Captures data, create disguises, aim at the target, and shutter chance. What does that mean? What am I doing? Your volume could be louder. Oh, okay. Okay, Minaru Camus. Look at how unelegant this is, though. To see around either of those corners, you gotta take a strategic risk. If we were using an overhead camera that was zoomed out, we might not have to. It all depends on how the game is designed. Ah! It's oversensitive like in Metal Gear Solid 2, but it feels like in Metal Gear Solid 2, you're not going to be peeking so much around, or you're not going to be zoomed in so much when you're doing your peeking. Something about this sensitivity feels really off. My spider grips. Spying around corners, George. I'm using my camera control. It's good for spying. Oh god, there's a guy there. That's right, I didn't scan with Batman Vision. Okay, how do I scan with Batman Vision? I gotta equip Batman Vision. 3DA cam. Wait, was it 3DA cam? No, it was biosensor. 30 tag. You Spider-Man, Spider-Man, use your biosensor to see through walls. This is such a lame way to gather intel, though. Like, I'm not using my bodily senses. I'm not even using something that's plausibly realistic. Instead of listening for echoes going down the walls or something. Okay, we're gonna punch kick him. We're gonna punch kick. No, we're not. We're gonna just shoot him with guns and punch kick the other guy, because the other guy. 3, 4, 5. Okay, that guy took 5 shots. But this guy, I can experiment with him more easily than I could that guy I shot. Oh wait, maybe I should scan with the biosensor before Spider-Man in my way to Sal's Pizzeria. I don't think there's any other goons around here. Punch, kick, kick. Punch, kick. Sounded like a voice actor I've heard before from Metal Gear. What? But I got him. Caution. Oh my gosh. It's doing a Metal Gear right now real bad. Hold down square to emit energy. Release button to stop. Shock can travel through water. Okay, so maybe I should spy on whoever comes around the corner to check on this guy. Also, how did he call that in? Because there was no one else around. I punch kicked him from behind. I even figured out how to choke him to death. I don't know if anyone's actually coming. Okay, can I interrogate him? Freeze. Freeze. This is like playing the Metal Gear Solid Kazoo music theme.
All clear. All squadrons return to position.
There was no more reassuring moment that I am indeed. Whoa! Wait. Punch, punch, kick. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, there is no more reassurance that I really am playing a Metal Gear Monday game appropriate for Metal Gear Mondays than whatever is going on right now. This dollar store caution phase where the music sounds like a Tim and Eric parody of Metal Gear's caution music. When equipped, pressing L1 during a jump will cause you to stick to the ceiling. Oh yeah, let's roll around and stick to ceilings! Jump around! When they were making Metal Gear, did they know that if they gave it a jump button, it would make the game seem outdated and cheesy later on in the future? Also, how do I silently and lethally execute this guy without using bullets? There was like something I was doing when I was holding down the punch button to choke him. Oh, let me just check the in-game tutorial videos. I bet they wasted so much disk space with this. I would rather read text. I would so much rather read text than have to watch these videos. Is it going to be under aggressive player controls? Is that what I'm looking for? How do I choke a person to death? Tell me, Special Execution Agency.
There are situations where a non-lethal attack is your best option. To attack an enemy with a punch, press the square button.
Oh, those are training dummies, the knights.
Quickly press the square button.
What? They drop rations. Mini-coms. Okay, performing a chokehold. That sounds like what I'm looking for.
With an enemy is not your best option, especially when you are trying to go undetected. To choke an enemy, slowly walk up behind them and press the square button. This will grab and choke the enemy.
Yes.
Once the character is knocked out, you can hold the L1 button to use the character as a shield.
L1?
The character, either press the square button to throw the enemy, or release the L1 button to drop the enemy.
Oh man, these controls are about as complicated as Metal Gear. Okay, so I want to press, not hold.
All clear. All squadrons, return to position.
That didn't work. That didn't work.
Let's get him out of here.
Okay, you know what? We're just gonna spy fiction him.
All areas. We have an insider.
Yeah, spy fiction. Okay, now hang on. I saw in the tutorial video that there were doodads and greeble grabbles. Is this an ID tag thing? Can't be sure. Do I have to wait for the caution timer to go down? I want to go back and get those greeble grabbles in the knight armor. Oh geez, they're back. Just made enough changes so it's not the same. Okay, that looked kind of cool. But one of the most important game design rules that Metal Gear games have been following since Metal Gear 1 on the MSX that I think was broken for the shittier NES version is that they don't make the guards look right at you when you walk into a new room. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. I think I remember some super duper high level optional challenge in like Metal Gear Solid 2 Subsistence Snake Tales or something made by a different designer that broke that rule, and you can immediately tell it's not a Kojima game when they break that rule. It's the 40% rule. What's the 40% rule? Does it have to be 40% original and 60% imitative? Alright, so what was that thingy I picked up? Recovery? Not selected. Once selected, it'll be used automatically when your health drops to low levels, just like the rations in Metal Gear! Grappling Spider Grip. Okay, so the Spider Grip is supposed to get me, get me through the room I left off at. I'm just gonna walk past Sleepy Guy and sway my ass past this guy. I don't know if I can. Okay, maybe you're supposed to punch them and then hold square. Let me take another look at that video. Excuse me, please give me 30 to 40 seconds of wasted time here, because that's how this game wants to tell you its controls. Because I don't think they made it look that stupid in the video. She just chokes him in the video, but I did it clean, but she punched him and then choked him.
To attack an enemy with a punch, press the square.
Hey, Murner Camus, that is possible. Yes.
Repeatedly press the square button.
This development studio was like a support studio by people who were hovering around and hanging on and getting laid off or working their ways up to the more major studios.
Especially when you are trying to go.
I think Swery himself. It's kind of like a
Slowly walk up
the
behind
situation that had Capcom end up making one of the most best Zelda games ever.
character is knocked out. You can hold the L1 button to use the character as a shield. To release the character, either press the square button to throw the enemy, or release the L1 button to drop the enemy.
The way that the Japanese game industry, God damn it, I missed it. It's not like the Japanese equivalent of indie games, but like the Japanese equivalent of AA
Attack is your best
or
option.
single A quality projects will be by these support studios
To perform a punch-kick combo,
where they can reach a surprisingly high quality, but tend to be more
sometimes
Um,
rolling with an enemy is not your best option, especially when you are trying
I
to
don't
go
know.
undetected. To choke an enemy,
I need to listen to
slowly
this,
walk
is
up
what I
behind
need.
them and press the square button.
Press the
This
square
will grab
button.
and choke the enemy.
Oh, okay, it worked for him.
Out. You can
Alright. John St. John is in this game. You need to be touching the guard for the grab to work. This is, I remember this being a big thing that was immediately obvious when I played Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. After a decade of not playing Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, is that games from this era were also really finicky about, positioning your character to press the interact button on top of things for some reason. For some reason, the way games detect player intentions got better. There might be some kind of like auto aim at play nowadays when you walk your character up to interact with something that is not going on here. You have to position yourself within a few. Did that guy see that? Who said what? I think it was the guard I choked who said what. How come I'm... Okay, so I am avoiding the punch, but I am also accidentally activating some kind of, spotting phase. Those are to make vertical descents. When equipped, pressing L1 during a jump will close... Aha! Now I'm there, but what do I do there? Okay, so we're gonna use that to go somewhere, right? There's door-like textures, but not really. Do I use the... okay. Colonel, I made it through the super obvious door I missed for some reason.
To the castle is guarding. You'll need a disguise. Here's how it's done. Watch and learn. Take a photo of a soldier with...
I just realized Platinum Games technically is one of these support studios.
Find a barrel or a small room to hide in.
Like, that was a smaller Japanese game studio that was making things that were aiming for, like, super duper. It was a smaller Japanese studio that could masquerade and fool you into thinking that it was something bigger. It was made by veterans from Capcom and Konami, who ended up with their own special identity and made a lot of games better than Capcom and Konami sometimes. Yeah, this studio would become Access Games, which I think would like split into Grasshopper at some point. Grasshopper Manufacture has something to do with this scene of mid-sized Japanese support studio games making mid-budget PS2 games that are clearly not AAA games, but kind of sort of trying to capitalize on the trends of them at the time. What am I doing? I missed the tutorial? I was talking through it. Okay, let's take a picture of him. Shutter chance. Wah! Did I get spotted?
Roger. Strike squadron. Move out.
Okay, this is the situation. This is a situation where this camera is absolutely inferior compared to what Metal Gear would be given you. Ah! Oh, I forgot. Oh, wait. I still have time to equip my emergency rations. This sounds like MSX Metal Gear music. I feel like I've heard this very same melody before somewhere. that ration noise! Did you guys hear that? In Metal Gear, it's a nice, satisfying whoop. In this game, it's a guttural, disgusting gulp. Map unavailable. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to press that. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Trying to hug.
All teams, search the area.
Someone help me!
Roger, strike squadron, move out. Can't hide from me. Can't hide from me. There you are. Can't hide from me.
This is pretty dumb.
We might have an intruder. All teams, search the area.
Clown car spawns because you need a guy alive to copy his outfit.
Someone help me!
So copying the outfit is taking a picture of them, right?
There you are. Can't hide from me. There you are. You can't hide from me. Get it. You'll never escape. There you are. You can't hide from me.
Oh, I can break the barrels. Oh. Game end! No. Okay, I really want to hear this again.
The entrance to the castle is guarded. You'll need a disguise. Here's how it's done. Watch and learn. Take a photo of a soldier with a 3DA camera.
Better chance.
Find a barrel or a small room to hide in and change into the soldier.
The mocap actor for Old Snake is in this?
Like you own the joint.
See, like, there is a good chance. If we can qualify the motion capture actor who worked on Old Snake as a Metal Gear Solid veteran, then you can say, did I do it? Then you can say that this game was worked on by Metal Gear people. I gotta get to the dumpster. Am I doing this right? Dumpster is under heavy surveillance by the guy, and I can't wall hug on this side of the barrels, but I was wall hugging too much on the other side of the barrels. Okay, I think it has something to do on whether or not you hold L1 correctly or something. There we go. Is he actually looking at the dumpster? He might be... Ah! I'm trying to do this more elegantly. Okay, he might not actually be connecting his line of sight with the dumpster. He's supposed to be looking right at me. Is that actually my buddy Niklaus? What the hell? This can't be used here. Allows you to read information obtained through garbology. Now that's my kind of science. While selected, exit the menu to bring up the file screen. What in the world is this? L2, R2. I thought it said A2. This can't be used here. This can't be used here. What am I... Quaiton, you sound like you've played this before for some reason. What am I doing wrong here? This can't be used here. Oh! Oh, I got ammo, but this can't be used here. I have not! In all capital! In angry letters, no less. Press L1 to get in the bin. Okay, thank you, Lady Cheesington. Is it gonna work? What? Okay, no. Ah! You got Garbology number 66. Okay, Nicholas, close. Okay, with L, release L1 to confirm. So you don't press the use button. You press the sneak button. You don't use the dumpster, you sneak your way into the dumpster. Makes perfect sense. I gotta remember now that of all the people in the Twitch chat, apparently Lady Cheesington is the one I gotta go to for advice here. I could walk through the whole game like this. Okay, so to make disguises, we just gotta take pictures of people. That's easy peasy.
If you get caught, this whole charade will be for nothing. Use shortcuts to get around. Your routes may be barred.
Sound effects are too loud, the voice is too quiet.
Phantom spy tools. They're a dead giveaway. Now get going.
This is an intense wind howl. Alright, now I got a Garbology report, right? Face data. When going for disguise, try to get the image from the front. Oh! If taken from behind, it's a chore just to emulate clothing. Okay. Oh my god! They're like making a more frequently used game mechanic out of the Metal Gear Solid 2 camera take a picture of Ray from the front thing. We're not taking pictures of Metal Gear and uploading it to Otacon. We're taking pictures of Metal Gear and uploading it to the dumpster. Listen up, kid. Listen up, kid. With a thrown weapon equipped, press square to raise it, then release it to throw. Most of grenade-type weapons explode or cause a big flash, but you can use some of your spy tools as the other weapons do. Oh man, read the description of each tool carefully. Here are a few warnings to keep in mind. Yep. Sig torch can be spotted by enemies when lighting up. If there is secret spy cigarette gadget weaponry, then that would mean that Metal Gear Solid 3 is a cheap, dumb, low-budget, imitative hack fraud ripoff of Spy Fiction, because Spy Fiction apparently did Sig Torch first. If you decide not to throw after all, slowly release... No way! No way! There is a pressure-sensitive square button to attack that you slowly release to cancel. Just because you raised it doesn't mean you have to throw it. Listen up, kid. Oh man, imagine going to the store trying to buy Metal Gear, and instead you end up buying Spy Fiction. The trail, the light on his helmet is leaving a trail effect like the geckos in Metal Gear Solid 2, by the way. Just want to bring that up. But boy, oh boy, does this hallway look way worse than anything you'd see in a Metal Gear game, because all of the Metal Gear games never make their hallways look as repetitive and bland and featureless as this. This was obviously done on a budget and in a hurry, but it came out apparently 2 years after Metal Gear Solid 2. They had time, but it feels like this came out, and this feels like it came out in late 2002, early 2003. It feels kind of like Manhunt. Like, yeah, we've got the third-person controllable camera, but it's not very elegant. The levels seem too claustrophobic for it. How come I'm not doing the roundhouse kicks? Oops. Okay. Why is he wearing a black leather bikini bottom over his armor? It's an old meme, but it checks out. Idiot! You have acquired a grenade. Good. Recovery kit. Lukovich is not geckos. No, don't the geckos have little red dots on their helmets that leave a little trail? Custom camo, another Metal Gear Solid 4 mechanic. Holy shit. So there's like, oh, now I'm a sexy babe again. So there is a high chance that this might have actually influenced Metal Gear Solid 4. That's hilarious. Pew, 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 pew. Oh god, where? How? Okay. Uh-oh, grenade. Ow. I feel like... Oh no, roll out of the way. It might be possible. Oh god, oh god. Ah. Oh, I didn't have my recovery kits go. It might be possible to learn how to play this and make that fight look good. Okay, L2 is the camera. I gotta remember that. And let's go ahead and equip recovery kits. So the L1 button makes you crouch, and it also makes you stick to walls, depending on what you're doing with your life when you press it. Do they want me grenading them? Spy tool, grenade. So the music is sounding kind of rip-offy. I feel like I have heard the same melody before, maybe even in one of the older MSX Metal Gear games, or some other old video game from the Bleep Bloop chiptune days. Maybe someone recognizes it. I feel like it's legally distinct, but it's awfully close. So, okay, since L1 is the crouch button, you combine crouch with the jump to roll. Good video game control logic. But it's also the wall press button. So I'm trying to roll out of the way of grenades sometimes, and I'm sticking on walls instead because they're the same button.
Retreat! Secure the prisoner and get out of here! Get the prisoner! Retreat!
The guy on the catwalk was shooting just to shoot. So, the production values of these cutscenes, though, like, have you guys noticed that the gunshots are weirdly quiet? There doesn't seem to be acoustics in the room. It makes you notice just how much production work was done for Kojima cutscenes in Kojima games. When you see any other cutscenes from this era and compare it to Kojima cutscenes, you realize that there was a big degree of talent and artistry at play. A big amount of understanding of how to do cinematography from someone who never actually did cinematography.
Nick's tough. He'll survive. I suggest
You can roll from cover, which makes combat a lot easier.
ventilate relationship.
So my instinct is to hold the L1 button when rolling around in front of walls, but you have to tap L1 again when you finish your roll to crouch behind the new piece of cover you roll behind. Roll! Oh, she stuck to it that time. Roll! Okay, she's not sticking to this thing. And what's the logic here? How come some walls are stickable, some aren't? I should probably also get my Spider-Man fingers equipped. My spider fingers. L1. An opportunity to... Yeah! An opportunity to Spider-Man arises. I should take it. The music sounds like GoldenEye or Perfect Dark type. It sounds like that type, but even then, not fully invested in it. There's this weird... Yeah, there we go, a strafe jump. And a backwards jump. We got 4 different kinds of jump. Look at the physics on this. Whee! Maybe I should just jump through the whole game. I wonder if this is one of those games where speedrunners... Oh, hell yeah! Look at that! If you action roll backwards, you backflip backwards. I'm gonna backflip down this hole because I'm a cool, sexy spy girl. Ah! No! Come on! If this was a Kojima game, you could backflip down the hole. Can I jump backwards down the hole? Yeah. No! We're doing this! We're doing this! So this game does not have a crawl. This is like a scripted, in both Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, there's a system in the game engine. This is more like a scripted sequence. There's no crawl button on your basic controller. Going into first-person mode and moving around is not something that the engine does naturally. That was something that you turned off and on in front of the hole that's not part of the game's basic tool set. But it did it. It did the vent crawl from first person.
There's the chapel. In there, it's commanders and high-ranking officers only.
Okay.
Disguise yourself as an officer to gain access. Use the 3DA camera. Locate an officer and take his photo.
Okay.
Change into the officer ASAP. If your disguise isn't complete, the system won't let you in. And get a good shot from the front, showing the officer's face.
Well, I gotta find a dumpster, too.
See you in the chapel, if you succeed.
Okay, so we're gonna use the Metal Gear Solid 2 camera to change our clothes in a Resident Evil 4 dumpster, to navigate different parts of the level using different disguises like in Hitman, because we are playing a hodgepodge of stealth mechanics from basically every big stealth game from the early PS2 era, with a manual camera system that doesn't quite know how to keep the correct zoom level going on and stuff, and a cover system that doesn't quite know how to do it as elegantly as Gears of War did it, and is doing it even less elegantly than Metal Gear Solid 2. And Batman Vision, where's my biosensor? Yeah, this is how we're gonna scan for enemies before going into new areas. You do Far Cry X-ray vision through walls stealth with a fully controllable 3D camera. How very modern. This game does not feel modern at all, but it is a hodgepodge of features that were flash-in-the-pan trends during its own time, and weird experimental, questionably executed features that would become standardized and considered elegant later on in the future. 40-degree field of view on the camera, right? You need to do big, wide scans with this thing, it's feeling like. But the field of view doesn't feel like it. Okay. Is this an interact button? How to ladder? This... is the early PS2 game, early PS2 era equivalent of something that would feel like it does not have its own identity because it's dispassionately chasing after marketing trends. Let's see if I can get the first person aiming working here. What do I want to do? Unequip the biosensors. Change it to 3D cam actually. Before I shoot him down, let me get this guy's data. I want an officer. And I want to go in the chapel, right? Good thing you can't see me from there. Did they show you their vision cone when you get closer? Inspired homage or scattershot ripoff? So far I'm feeling scattershot ripoff vibes. There's a lot of disparate elements and themes. Feels very confused and the camera's so close to my character I feel claustrophobic and disoriented easily. It does not control elegantly because there's maybe 3 different kinds of stealth game at play. Metal Gear Solid is line of sight stealth, Hitman is social disguise stealth. Yoink! None of them really...
Even if the accuracy of these sensors was improved, the only Intruder! Someone help! Can't hide from me.
Yep. Oh. Without a wider camera or a Soliton radar, it's very hard to... Yeah, I would have had no way of knowing this guy's around the corner. I almost ran into him. Equipping, hold down square to R. Okay, well that did fucking nothing by the looks of it. Where'd a bandage bomb? What's that gonna do?
The intruder has escaped. All teams, search the area. All clear. Hanging on the run. All areas maintain alert status.
The vision cone is a feature of the biometric scanner. Okay, okay. Then the recovery. She just took a swig of grog. Biosensor. Actually, can I? Oh no! Jeez. Well, tango down. Is this the right way? Maybe I should be going this way. Oh, wait, I'm under surveillance from something. My biosensor's picking up someone's vision cone. Hey, where do you come from? Ah! Oh yeah, no locational damage. That is also a mark of quote-unquote quality.
The intruder has escaped. All teams, search the area. Intruder! Someone help! Roger. Strike squadron. Move out. The intruder has escaped. Search the area.
What am I doing?
All clear. Maggot on the run. All areas, maintain alert status.
Yeah, taking a pic of the commander.
Intruder! Alert!
What the hell?
Roger. Strike.
Who? How? Where? Huh? What?
We might have an intruder. All teams, search the area.
I don't think we're getting the big boss rank. I think you need to find a dumpster first, then change into regular soldier, then find the commander. Yeah, I'm trying. I can't leave this little hidey hole though. Yeah. Do I need to Spider-Man up the walls and get out of here? No intruders here, that's right.
All clear. Maggot on the run. All areas, maintain alert status.
I am going to wait for the caution phase to get all the way down. I was thinking about going back to the bathroom for a quick bathroom break for this, but I don't want to risk a guard just deciding to walk into my hiding spot. This seems like a nice hiding spot, but there's always a guard hiding here instead of me. And if you peek over the corner, it turns your octo camo off. That's what this is! This is octo camo. If you clamp down in one spot, you blend in, and then once you start moving, it turns off. But you can only clamp down on wall hugs. You can't turn it on flat ground. Okay, should I go now, or should I wait for the 10% to tick all the way down to 0? I'm gonna wait for the 10% to tick all the way down to 0.
All clear.
Safety. The safety meter in the Spider-Man font is the first thing that eagle-eyed viewers might notice about the aesthetic sensibilities of spy fiction for the PlayStation 2. I do not see anyone up here. Jesus Christ. I would like to crouch and look up at the same time. Okay, I'm clipping through someone's vision. I saw a vision cone thing. Now, to my right, a guy has his back turned. To my left and up above, though, it's all fucking clear. What? Well, I guess blank gray barrels also count as dumpsters. Yeah, life. Oh, there's our dumpster. You have acquired .40 ammo. Oh, do they care if I jump? Oh, I can't. Instead, I wipe sweat from my... What? Okay.
Stand still.
Alright?
I guess you check out. Go ahead.
Okay, so we need to be an officer to get in there.
Can you see the parabolic dish behind you? That's the chapel office. Say your prayers. It's Enigma's communication tower. There's always an officer on duty. You'll need a disguise to get in. Switch into an officer's uniform with the 3DA camera.
There's plenty of giant boxes to hide behind, though, so that's nice. But you cannot jump. Instead, you shrug. You cannot jump while in disguise. Can you punch, punch, kick? Yeah. Thank you. So, is the officer one of these guys? Oh, maybe they're behind this closed door that might open up if I don't trigger an alert phase first. Hello. These jock straps are outrageous. I did it! I choked him without alerting anyone. Okay, can I get these things? How do I like my feminine animations here. Maybe we need to take our disguise off so that we can jump. So you know what that means. Bomb switch, bandage bomb. Press square to detonate any explosives you have set. The bombs will open the order of placement. Place the explosive. Place the explosive. Do they mean sticky bomb? That's a weird thing to call a, like, store bomb thing. Look at this dollar store Metal Gear thing I'm going to be doing here. Oh, wait. I can't. I gotta take the disguise off to shoot people. Can I speed down? I can! Haha! No, no, shit, wrong button. You can hold L1 and spin the stick to take off the disguise. Okay, well now I know that. It's the guard beatboxing? Oops, no, come... Oh, thank God. Thank God I did that in time. Okay, now, like, down A? Okay, up A? Yeah, and by A I mean X. Wait, we're only doing pull-ups like in Metal Gear Solid 2! How do we go all the way up? If I do 100 pull-ups, maybe I will have the strength. What's that? What is going on? I'm hearing noises. You have to hold L1 to keep the menu on the screen. The number of stars coming from their head tells you how much time they have left on being unconscious. Yeah, there's this neat system of like little icons that show up above their head to show off what kind of mental state that they're in. It's very, very creative and original. I wonder how they came up with that stuff. Okay. Can't be used here.
Intruder engaged. Send backup. Roger. Strike one. Move out.
Also, there's no actual interior behind that door. This is just a guard spawning spot, isn't it?
The intruder has escaped.
Hold down L1 and quickly spin to remove these guys. Oh, okay. Now let's see if I can make this jump. Did the game freeze, by the way? Ah. Maybe I can hide here while waiting on the start phase. The stream frozen? Like they were going for sticky bomb, but it was poorly translated. Yeah. Stream might be frozen.
Follow orders. Get the officer's uniform.
I'm trying.
Pass muster without it.
I'm gonna use. Uh-oh.
Intruder.
Oh, god damn it.
Roger. Strike one. Move out.
Okay. It's just Robo behind me. Now I'm gonna go to the bathroom and wait out the. Hey! Ah! Can't use any weapons in here? Timer's not ticking down either. I guess it's good I'm not taking damage, but I need a place to go for my bathroom break. I don't even know if this video is coming through on stream or not. Can we just restart the area? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
They've cut off your exit. They know we're here. Move it! There's the chapel. In there, it's commanders and high-ranking officers only. Disguise yourself as an officer to gain access. Use the 3DA camera. Locate an officer and take his photo. Change into the officer ASAP. If your disguise isn't complete, the system won't let you in. And get a good shot from the front, showing the officer's face. See you in the chapel, if you succeed.
my back again.
Stand still, will ya? I guess you check out. Go ahead.
Fuck! God damn! Wait.
Someone help! Roger. Strike squadron. Move out. Can't hide from me.
Dun, 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 dun. Damn it. Oh,
They've cut off your exit.
Yes.
They know we're here.
Okay, there.
There's the chapel.
Stick to the wall. Okay, there you go. I don't think we kill Pablo Escobar in this one. I think we kill Teenage Hitler. What? What did I do, dude? I just want to stick my ear on the wall and hear what conversation's happening on the other side.
I guess you check out. Go ahead.
I don't know if we're going to be triggering that event again. What? God. Annoying.
You look suspicious to me.
No, I don't.
Get out of here. I won't be so nice next time.
There's no need to access this right now. Okay. So those security tag things, those turn off... Oh, those turn off alert phases, which would be useful, come to think of it. not what we need here. Are you familiar with the Japanese version of this game? It has a completely different script and voice act that's way funnier and more tongue-in-cheek. It's even been interpreted by some as a Metal Gear parody? I am not familiar with the Japanese version of this game. How do you get that translation? If it's a Metal Gear parody game, that is a lot more impressive than how I've been interpreting it as a Metal Gear ripoff game. This can't be used here. Are we the same? Okay, is like the officer a version of the same model with a slightly different shade of gray on their jockstrap or something? Is there anything different about this guy? I don't think so. I think we are the same. I have no idea if you need to change the BIOS, but there are ISOs out there. How would I get the translation, though? How would I know if what they're saying is any different and if the tone really is that different? And when they told me to take a picture of an officer, I'm not going to know what they're talking about. That's too complicated for me. What did I do? Dude, stop! No, give me a chance! Okay.
The intruder has escaped. All... No intruders here. All clear. Maggot on the run. All areas maintain alert status.
Might have found the commander when you bumped into him. Did he go in the alert? Japanese version is fully voiced in English. You'll have no problem now. Ray is attempting her. So the officer is one who sees through your disguise. That's how you're supposed to tell who the officer is? No! I was trying to choke him! Did you see that, though? Like, I had the plan! I had a plan! The finicky detection for this choking thing is what screwed me up this time. I want to restart. It would be nice to turn the timer off. I'm wondering if that ship has sailed or if I still have a ship. No, let's use the melee. Come on, get up! Get up! God, this is annoying. Okay, while this was going on, I started a download for the Japanese version, and we'll see how that goes. I think the reason it's taken me so long to die is because I had the health pack equipped, though. Okay. Don't know if you've seen my messages yet, but I did have much more success with Vegas scripting. Okay. I did not see the messages yet. I will take a look at them when I get a minute. Kind of looks like the boxes are stacked to climb that. Maybe unequip the disguise near the dumpster and climb it. It kind of looks like the boxes are stacked to climb up there. You bumped into and you go into commander mode. Maybe you tell by the camera, like do you point the camera at people and it gives them a name or something? Let me get my disguise on first. For fuck's sake! Okay. The camera points character relative. Alright, Jesus Christ. Ugh! No! Stop! Holding L1 to interact with this disguise menu. And that's also the wall press button, and it's also the crouch button, and it's also the roll button. Okay, now I need to equip the camera. 3DA cam, alright. Press R1 for first person. Clothing data only. Alright, now... Enigma soldier, Enigma soldier, Enigma soldier. I'm sorry, Token, that was just a regular soldier, not an officer. L1 is the action button. Okay, so my next guess is that... Oh! Oh, the window! The guy... Okay, the big bad of the whole game is like Teenage Hitler, and I thought that he was the guy in the window. Maybe that's an officer in the window. So I need to do it while being spied on by this guy. So I'd like to choke him. There we go. Very elegant. I am such a good spy. Alright, now... the way to zoom in, right? Yeah. That totally looks like a main character of the story. That's not a guy I would expect to just be named Officer. Dietrich Troy. Oh, there's speech? Look at this PS2 ass guy. He kind of looks like a Final Fantasy character. Specifically a Final Fantasy 12 character. Look at this emotion engine ass guy. I did it! I finally figured out how to do it. The camera's kind of twisted. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Humans. Such frail, pathetic creatures. Huh? They're so predictable, so easily tempted.
Everyone in this game looks like they're from another PS2 game.
The spirit is willing.
Like, I swear I've seen this Virgil-ass guy also hold his glasses with a book in his hand.
So, how does it feel to meet the real Dietrich?
Is this the church from RE4? Now it's doing the theme from Solid Snake Metal Gear 2 MSX. I had to play a pre-render for that because the rendering can't do that effect.
I'm going to the airship now.
Face off. Tom. Wait, no. This is a pastiche of everything from 2002, but not necessarily everything that was cool from 2002. Because Mission Impossible 2 wasn't that cool.
I've arranged a delightful show for you. Something special.
Nicholas!
Niklaus!
Beautiful, isn't it?
Where's my BIOS directory?
Something missing.
Documents / PCX2.
No!
That's it!
Okay.
Blood! Was a sacrifice! Yes! You bastard!
What's the story of this game so far?
What did you call me? You'll never be forgiven for all your atrocities. In heaven, everyone's forgiven. But he will go to hell. No!
It also kind of reads like a parody of early PS2 games.
Oh, poor baby. Didn't you like that?
Man, which version of the Japanese BIOS am I going to be using? We'll find out. We'll find out in a minute. I'm eager to replay like all of that in 30 minutes because that's probably how much easier it'll be the second time. And see how different the tone's going to get, because the tone is pretty like confusing and miserable. I don't know if it's fun. It seems like it could be fun. I'm curious. It's not like the game's gonna control any better in the Japanese, is it? He gets shot with no visible wound. Okay, so the story of the game so far is that teenage Hitler is up to some kind of unspecified evil. Oh, he bombed an airport. He bombed an airport with a spider bomb, a spider robot bomb that blew up in some kid's face. So we gotta track down teenage Hitler and stop him from bombing boys at airports with spider bombs. So they send in Special Agent what was his name? Billy Bishop. They send in Special Agents Billy Bishop and Sheila Patterson, and you choose one, and then teenage Hitler's gonna kidnap and kill the other one, and that's the story so far. Humpty Dumpty Case 1. What the hell is going on? They're doing cases. Like in Deadly Premonition. Nanotech Dine. We should switch to the Japanese version here though. I just finished downloading. It might take a minute to set up and change it though. And it might even be worth restarting OBS, but
Good morning. Let's skip the formalities and begin the briefing.
bye. Okay. Config BIOS selector. Japan. Apply. Okay. CD DVD ISO selector. By Fiction Japan. You want to swap disks or boot the new image? Reset. Okay. Yes! Now, are we getting video capture? Are we seeing the beautiful PS2 bloop boot up screen here? Emulator's adding a couple lines to the Yes! Yes! Okay, we are seeing Japanese text on the screen now, right? Sammy! My controller's not doing anything. I hope the controller's working. I don't gotta reset the controller, do I? So, it's a... Okay, now we got controller response. Can I load my American Spy Fiction save? Memory card 1. Spy Fiction. Oh no, that means no. Okay, my Japanese is not good enough. This is for an audience older than 4-year-olds. Should I actually... Oh! X. We can go back with the X button, just like in Metal Gear. We can go forward with the circle button, like in Metal Gear. That's so good. All right, now, fuck. Is one of these is gonna be language? I don't think that one's language. Is this one language? I don't think that one's language. Which one's language? Oh god, this is a yes or no question. I think the E-N. Okay, yes is on the left and no is on the right. But I don't know which one I want because I don't know what the question is. God damn it. Let's just press back a few times. I don't think these are languages. That's default settings. Oh no, this is the inversion stuff. Default settings with different actors. R1, L. Okay, that's monorail or stereo. You don't need to change the language. It's English? No, it's not. Look at. It's not English by default. Look at this. Oh, we got a few Roman alphabet letters. Thank you. That's not the same thing as English. Normal. Revaru 2. Here, how would they? Okay. Hi. Yeah, this one. Okay. Isetumu. Sheila is B+ blood type now. It's still called Castle Wolfgang? I don't know if it was called Castle Wolfgang. Was it called Castle? I think it was. I don't remember. Are the loading times longer in the Japanese version? This game is a work of fiction. Spy fiction. If the item descriptions are in Japanese, that might fuck me up. I don't know if I'll be able to know how to play this game. The name's fiction. Spy fiction. The music is still cutting off comically early in these cutscenes.
Let's begin the briefing. The mission you have been given is to disarm Enigma, the terrorist cell hiding out in Wolfgang Castle.
This sounds like Metal Wolf Chaos shit's going on.
For Bishop and Sheila. Nicholas, you stand by as support. In addition, Michael is already at the castle. You must meet him while there to exchange information. I have also requested a supporting Delta force from Langley.
Oh, that's new.
A diversion from the lakeside. In the meantime, head for the terrorist headquarters.
Pick the default.
Terrorist plans are global. You must disrupt them. Only Phantom can stop them. The fate of the world rests with you.
Okay, so the tone is supposed to be more like a Metal Gear parody here.
targeting cursor with the target. Active anti-aircraft. See you on the ground. That's right. You got it. Hold your position.
I want to get the briefcases. Oh, whoops! Restart. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, we've been spotted by the enemy. You opened your parachute too soon. The mission has failed.
Different vocal direction, definitely. I'm having a hard time picturing, or I'm having a hard time identifying what is truly different, though. Ops, we make a mistake.
To the right. Left. Move to the left. Don't be distracted by the storm and lose track of your altimeter.
This is the most video gamey bullshit. I feel like Metal Gear games don't have things this immediately video gamey. Like, they're video game-ass video games, but not quite so very artificially arcadey.
That's right. You got it.
See, like, they're making alternating cross patterns that I gotta time my descent up through. This is like Sonic, yeah. Yeah, this is, if Metal Gear Solid was a wacky Dreamcast game. Except I feel like these controls are way more complicated and cumbersome than most Dream games would get. Yeah, announcer sounds like he's giving instructions in Blue's Clues. So when Japanese vocal directors are directing people in English for a Japanese audience who don't speak English, they make them speak really slowly and accentuate every syllable. And this,
Still going in. No matter the solution.
hang on a second.
There's no going back.
Yeah.
We have our own reasons.
So, because most Japanese game players will know a bit of English, but not speak it fluently, they want the English-speaking, they don't want the Japanese audience to miss anything. And so they speak really, really slowly in a way that native English speakers and fluent English speakers will think sounds like baby talk in a Saturday morning cartoon. And I fucking hate it, especially what they do to, like, women in the voice acting directions. They make them sound like baby people when they're speaking in English. Japanese female characters tend to have way more range and sound way more badass than the English dubs do.
I'll go ahead. You come in behind.
Roger.
Back in the hole.
Back in the hole.
I don't know if it's that different. Okay, we gotta change the controller inversion settings in Japanese. Oh shit, this is the save load settings. Oh! I remember there being a little joystick on the screen. I think this one? No, that wasn't it. I don't know what I did. I don't know what option I just changed. Oh god, who said that this would be easy? Okay, let's change that one to top. Let's change this one to bottom. There we go. Alright, now we're no longer inverted. Spy tool. The descriptions are in Japanese. I might not know which one I want out of the menu. Oh boy. Okay, let's see if I missed anything up here. No. Whee. Nope, come on, come on. Alright, fine, we'll take the ladder like a lame person. So now I know that I can smash barrels with my punch kick. How am I going to know what I just picked up from the ground? I don't know what kind of equipment that was. It was a box with a red cross on it. It could be anything. Yeah, but okay, like, it's a med pack, but is it a small med pack or a large med pack? They're different. I don't know what the S and the L are in the Japanese alphabet. Woo! Have you ever watched videos of linguists who pronounce English if it's all its rules are actually consistent? Sounds like a combination of yield-timey parody and racist foreign caricatures. Alright, let's take a picture of Klaus before it's too late. It might be too late, actually. I might have just ruined it. God damn, this camera's way too close. Blah, blah. The costume design of the male guards feels like it's accentuating the groin area more than her costume. Like, when you look at the characters, it's harder not to look at the groin of the big, stinky, hairy men who are covered in armor, as opposed to the sexy female spy girl who's all curves and has her face out. See, like look at that. It's the black. Like if the gray was skin and the black was swimsuit, she'd have on a respectable Olympic outfit. These guys, on the other hand, would be like the weird European dad at the beach in Italy.
To keep from being found as you move in. If you press the L1 button when you're by a wall, you'll stick to it.
So I don't know if the tone is different so much as the voice actors have just been given voice acting direction for a Japanese-speaking audience instead of an... Oh, thank God they put L's and S's on the medicine boxes. I don't know if it's funnier. It is cheesier. It sounds weirder. This is true. But I don't know if it's reading like Metal Gear... Oops.
I've spotted an intruder. Let's get him out of here.
Okay, the guard voices sound a lot funnier, but the cutscene voices sound about as funny. Just in a weirder and different way. Which one is the biosensor? No. That's the camera. This one, okay. Metal Gear Portable, oops. So, I wanna choke this guy quietly. He's sitting duck, he's sleeping, he's asking. I did it. X, try. What? I pressed the buttons he was telling me to press, and I ended up shooting him dead. Let that be an important lesson, children, to keep your mouth shut when you're on guard duty, or else you might tell your enemy how to jump in the air and then shoot you dead. The costumes sometimes border on being fetish gear, and that's actually really cool. Bad Brain, that's normal. The costumes in a Japanese action game for teenagers bordering on fetish gear is very, very normal for this. Okay, this was one of the trickier areas. Oh, I should invert the camera Something's fishy there too. Oh fuck, this is the save load menu. I bet save is the top option and load is the bottom option. Maybe I should go ahead and do that. I don't know, that's probably return to default. Let's have that one on bottom. Let's have this one on bottom. Okay. That might be the first person and the other one might be the third person. Yeah! Oh shit. Now the x-axis is inverted. Gerdamn. Okay, now Y and X are both inverted. Okay, this is what I want. When did they get in range of the bioscanner? Because there should be 2 guards here, right? Ah, I gotta trigger the cutscene.
Have your spider grips? After you've got them on,
Spider grips? Spider grips.
and press the L1 button while you're in the air. Time it right, and you'll stick to the ceiling.
Right, why did they give you this tutorial here? Why are the spider grips supposed to be useful on this wall in particular? Can you use Octo Camo while clinging to the wall? Okay, once this guy goes away, I'm totally gonna spider grip onto the wall like the tutorial man told me to. And that's this thing, right? Not working. I'm gonna get spotted. I should see her equip the spider grips, actually. Don't they show up on her hands? And it is L1, right? The one that looks like a dog muzzle is the spider grip. Okay. I am pressing L1 while jumping. I think you have to be closer to the wall. Yeah. Oh, when you do turn on the Octo Camo. Okay. So we're supposed to use that to sneak past this guy, but I can't really see him. Can I R1? I can R1. I can R1 without turning the Octo Camo off. Okay. This, standardization of the right stick as the look stick is something that I'm appreciating now, because I'm using the left stick to look around sometimes, and the right stick to look around sometimes. It's never quite predictable or intuitive which one it's going to be. Oops. Okay, that might have been a bit close of a call. Your imagination. Wait, what did he say? There we go. This is going a lot cleaner now.
There's an enemy guard by the entrance to the castle. We'll be in disguise here, so we don't cause a disturbance. I'll show you how it's done. Watch and learn. Set up the 3DA camera and take a shot with the soldier on the main screen. Then find a barrel or a small room to hide in.
A barrel or small room, and in the video he's diving into a dumpster.
After that, walk right in as if nothing's up.
So in the English, in the American version, in the international version, he says you can walk around like you own the place. What did he say in the Japanese version? Because I didn't actually quite catch it. He kind of mumbled the line. I think he said, like, there's nothing wrong, but I didn't quite catch it. Don't mind me, I'm just smashing open our barrels.
Must be tired. Must be tired. Hey, you! Wait a minute. Stand still.
Oh my god, this just makes me want to play Metal Gear Solid 2.
You check out. You can go.
George, how are you going to read the Garborium?
Must be tired. Hey, you! Wait a minute.
I don't think there's going to be any goodies in these crates.
You check out. You can go.
Am I going to get a third chance to do that? Must be tired.
Must be tired. Must be tired. Must be tired.
What are you doing here? Go back to your post. Huh? The bathroom? What a loser. Go back to your post.
Hold your water, soldier. Would seem to make a lot of sense there, too.
Disguising yourself is an important technique for keeping out of trouble, but some actions are limited. Routes you could easily take become detours, not to mention that you need to act appropriately for the uniform, or it's completely meaningless.
I can't tell if the guards are supposed to have German accents or not.
Some of your spy tools become useless too, so be careful.
Still can't really hear him in here with all the howling. Whew.
Hey, you! Wait a minute.
Was that just the footsteps alerting him, like in Metal Gear? Oh yeah, this part is gonna be rough. I hope I can pick the grenades out of the menu. They should be iconic enough.
I've got a loner here. I'll haul him over to the chapel.
Oops. Just when I thought I had a handle on this thing, it turns out I don't. Yeah, the aiming is like Siphon Filter, and it's not great. Jesus. The potions are like Skyrim. I did it. In the international version, the icon they get over their head is a light bulb. In the Japanese one, it's just the Metal Gear exclamation point. Maybe that's why the Japanese version might get interpreted as a more open Metal Gear parody. Cause like look at the shaky cam going on here. And the attempt at cinematography, like it seems like there's an earnestness that goes beyond parody. Like they're ripping off Metal Gear instead of parodying Metal Gear.
So you're all right? Luck's on your side. Nicholas was caught.
Ernest infiltrates East Germany.
Oh, well... You won't get anywhere looking around. Get a move on. You can get out via the passageway. I'll meet you where it ends.
Whee! Okay, we're almost there. You know how in Metal Gear Solid you can like take some multiple pathways through the vents or look around and see some Easter eggs, and here you can't, you just go forward.
Our path of retreat has been cut off. Maybe we've got a leak. Keep moving, but be careful. That building you can see up there is the chapel. However, except for commanders and some officers, entry into the chapel is restricted. You'll have to disguise yourself as an officer or someone with higher rank. Get an officer's disguise data somewhere. Of course, if you don't disguise yourself completely, the system won't let you in. You'll have to get a good shot from the front. I'll be over there right away. I'll meet you inside the chapel.
They're not giving you a lot of hints that the officer is through the window up there. I don't think I should feel too bad about how long it took me to figure that out. Can't see. Yeah, it's a misleadingly blue game. Why do I have such low, health? Because of the gunfight. Literally 3 minutes ago. I have 2.
And even if you improve the accuracy of these government surplus sensors, they still only work up to 10 feet. Not exactly patrol gear, huh?
Okay, I got the flavor text this time. This is an extremely loud camera lens. The safety font isn't Spider-Man anymore, no! We gotta get him to turn his head. Ah, I was pressing X instead of circle. I think I got him. You might need to get the security camera door first to trigger him to stand. I don't think so. I think I'm good. I lied. I want to check those barrels. Yeah. Okay, so like there are some cool ideas in here. Like whipping off your cape and then leaping into action to beat up a bunch of bad guys is something that sounds cool in theory, and like the animations look cool in execution, but the way they're not I don't know the jargon term because it depends on the engine and the system that you're talking about. Hey. Okay. But actually executing the moves and pulling them off does not feel as good as it looks, I assure you. So I made that progress back in like 20 minutes, right? Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Humans. So utterly incomprehensible.
Huh?
Sometimes we do things that are completely irrational.
Granted. There is a certain beauty in that.
They just look at each other.
How does it feel to meet the real one?
He doesn't have the German accent, but I don't think it sounds any better. And they gotta play us the Mission Impossible cutscene.
Let go!
The rest is up to you. I'm going to the airship dock.
Leave it to me.
But like, why did they just kind of look at each other when they got in the room?
That's right.
Like, the sequence of events is confusing me.
I have arranged a much more fitting stage for the two of you.
I still don't understand what the plot of this game is, but I guess we're not supposed to right now. It's in media res. In the 2000s, doves lived in churches because John Woo movies were popular.
Something's missing.
No!
He kind of looked like a Nutcracker doll. Yeah, this does not sound better. This doesn't sound better. They both sound stupid. They both just sound stupid in their own unique ways.
Whose name did you call? You will never be forgiven for this!
In heaven, everyone dreams of the sea.
I think the English one was better because it was hammed up. Did you ever play the N64 Mission Impossible? I remember having some cool Hitman style, but that made yeah. I did not. The thing that this stuff reminds me of from the N64 era is Winback, Covert Operations. This is so fun. Okay, in either version though, this is still like an incredibly bizarre world full of incredibly bizarre alien people. This guy's hair. He's gonna go Super Saiyan, watch out! Hi or Ian? Hi. Did he do that cry when he was doing this with the German accent? He did a cry. I mean, it wasn't as intense, but it was... Okay. It was there. Nanotectine Incorporated! For a second I thought this game took place in 2026, but no, we are saving it on 2026. This is 2026 right now. The game might take place in the cyberpunk future of 2026, but no, we're saving our game and giving it the timestamp of 2026. Okay, so what? Humpty Dumpty. Are the bad guys out, baby? Yeah, I got 30 minutes. I should probably preheat my oven and get a pizza on soon. Looking forward to eating a pizza tonight. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good pizza. Looking forward to good pizza. Oh, hello, Eddie. Eddie, would you like to dream of pizza with me?
Oh. Good morning, Phantom. Allow me to skip the formalities and begin the briefing.
Boy.
Your mission: conduct an internal investigation of Nanotectine Incorporated, a developer.
Nanotectine.
On the outside, dedication to building a healthy populace. But
Eddie gets his teeth brushed tomorrow.
Top secret development of biochemical weapons.
Yeah.
You must break into the main server and verify our information.
With beef-flavored toothpaste.
Remember,
Enhanced with mint.
The real thing tonight. First, preparing what you'll need to get into the main server. I'll begin with what we know. 2 keys are required to access the main server. First is the retinal pattern of Forrest Kaysen, the chief systems designer. Due to this tight user recognition system, only he can operate terminals. Use the retina scanner provided to acquire the target's retinal pattern.
How am I gonna pick that out of my menu?
Electron microscope in the level 2 lab. Press the circle button when he looks into the microscope.
Ooh.
The scanner will automatically scan and relay the data to you.
This is awesome. We can like see viruses and
The data
stuff.
server is the root user password.
We can visualize atoms. If it's a tunneling electron microscope.
Once you've acquired the retinal pattern and the root
Faticon.
move immediately to the rendezvous point in the underground parking lot and leave. Samuel is working inside as a mole. When you get in, find him to find out what he knows. Do you understand?
Do I understand? I left or right? Left.
And finally, all the necessary items and supplies have been deposited at dead drops around the building by a friend of ours. Take good looks under desks, inside chests, etc. If there's still something you need, garbology might also be very effective.
I am not going to be able to spot I kanji or Ritinaru katakana. Oh, I'm in disguise already, though. That's good. This is like a really sharp, clean feed. I feel like I'm playing in a higher resolution than I was, but I think it's just the lack of... Oh! The lack of snow. Okay. Oh! Am I going the right way or the wrong way? Man, what's going on?
They're saying something, but I can't hear them. Can you get a bit closer?
Okay, but I might have missed something in the previous room.
And you'll get it all, even the whispers.
Garbology, that's what it was. Okay, so I is the one that looks like a stack of boxes. Gotcha. Not. I don't. What? Huh? No, go back. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the parking garage and see if there's anything I missed there. Yeah, the game looks a lot clearer all of a sudden. It doesn't look better because the texture work. And also the scale of everything seems a little weird, but boy oh boy, is this a remarkably detailed character model coming through remarkably clearly. Ooh. Oh no, okay, it did say scanner, okay. Cool. I got a maintenance guy disguise. A green maintenance guy disguise, because it looks like...
Hey, do you mind? Have I seen you before? You check out. Sorry about that.
Oh, there's a reverb effect going on now. Ah, shit, I can't jump. These are some Metal Gear ass footstep noises too, by the way. Can you hear them now?
Must be tired. Must be tired.
Wow, look at that.
So I was supposed to eavesdrop on them, I thought. Look at how we have no reflection.
But this is a restricted area.
Okay, I have to change into...
Hey, do you mind? Someone, this person shouldn't be here.
Copy. Strike squadron, get moving.
Oh, come on, I thought the door would open up.
There you are. Fighting won't help.
I'm sorry, I was trying to, like, press into the wall, not pull out a mop and start mopping the floor. This is like Earth Defense Force voice acting, isn't it? That's what we're hearing. Oh, you press the L1 button to use lockers, not the use button. What was I thinking? Okay, so when you have a disguise on, the L1 button also changes. I made a few mistakes back there because I was mopping the floor instead of keeping my cool. I was mopping the floor instead of pressing against the wall. Yeah, there might have been a barrel. The problem is I'm pressing the use button on top of things instead of the sneak button. And I'm not allowed to use guns in this area.
No intruders here.
That's right.
All clear. Search squadron, return to position. Watch squadrons.
texture going on here. Look at how you can see the hexagonal grid pattern of the reflective safety high visibility letters on his back. The environment has become a lot more sterile and uninteresting, but it feels like the baseline graphical fidelity I'm looking at is way higher. I think that's locked down because we're in a caution phase.
All clear. All squadrons, return to position.
What are you doing here? Get back to your post.
Okay, let's be a different guys. L1, okay. Scientist. So they don't let the male character disguise as female characters, but they do let the female character disguise as male characters. Really makes you think, huh? Oh no! No, 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 no. Don't fucking tell me that they put all this fruit in these bottles, in these cardboard boxes in this pantry room, and individually modeled every one. Yeah! Oh! 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 No way, they did it. They went the extra mile. They're imitating. There's not actually a like physics simulation going on like in Metal Gear Solid 2, but they put this here. They knew what they were referencing, what they were showing off with this stuff. We have tankers in area at home. Dollar store Metal Gear Solid 2, everyone. Holy shit, that is hilarious. I'm so glad I found that. Is that something that even would have been as funny back then? Because, like, it seems like such a clear reference. And they didn't have to make those objects as interactable as they did. There's this tech demo thing in Metal Gear Solid 2, but it's only like one area of Metal Gear Solid 2. It's not even the whole game, but it's so impressive retroactively that it's weird to see something in 2003 make that reference. You walk in the door and it's the first thing you see. Yeah, it really is like a deliberate parody or reference to Metal Gear Solid 2. And it's, of all the things from Metal Gear Solid 2 that they're referencing, they even included the fruit and sauce bottle interactive pantry room.
What is it? Oh, this. Looks good, doesn't it? I've been scoping things out, disguised up as a cook. Now listen closely. This is how things stand. The security on the level 2 lab is really tight. P3. You're not going to be able to get in without a level 2 key card. You'll need to get in touch with the middleman to get the level 2 key card. The middleman is an insider working for HQ, setting things up for us. But you already knew that, didn't you? The plan is
His tattoos on the back. Gosh.
You just sit there, reading the Sports Weekly, waiting. They'll spot you and make contact with you. What? Why the Sports Weekly? The middleman's a football fan, I guess.
I like the jiggle physics on the chef hat.
You will find a Sports Weekly in the smoking area.
This is delightful.
Right as you leave the cafeteria. The level 1 lab is past the smoking area, but before the foyer. Got that?
I don't think I got that actually.
Listen closely. This is how things stand. The security on the level 2 lab is really tight.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to get in without a level 2 key card. You'll need to get in touch with the middleman to get the level 2 key card. The middleman is an insider working for HQ, setting things up for us. But you already knew that, didn't you?
Okay, I think I'm good actually now.
Find a Sports Weekly in the smoking area, which is just to your right.
Find the Sports Weekly to the right as I leave the cafeteria. Bring it to the level 2 to level 3 transition area. Lure the middleman out. And I need to take his disguise and use him to get into the level 3, right?
You'll need it to get into the level 1 lab.
But the first stop should be the Sports Weekly. Why does he have computer monitors on the kitchen shelves? Is that spaghetti? Ah! Okay, let me make sure I get my disguises for everyone. Can I be either one of them?
Kids these days.
Sound the alarm.
No! Wanted. Okay, let me equip the health packs. Yes, there we go. Haha! Hell yeah! Okay, I take back everything that I've said before. This game kicks ass. This is awesome. Now I just need to play things cool until the caution timer ticks down. If I take my right, I should find a sports magazine up here. The second laboratory. Let's not experiment until the caution's... When is the caution done, by the way? I'm not seeing any timer or anything. Insurance. Is this where a sports magazine would be?
If you get lost, take a quick look at the map. You can view
a map of the facility from the triangle button menu. Your position, a map of the facility, and the mission goal are all on it. The pocket in the back of your suit acts as a GPS locator. It'll be useful in the future, too.
I have a button that materializes a frying pan of spaghetti from thin air. Aha! Sports magazine! I got a shimbun.
Sports Weekly. Take the paper and go to the locker room. Select the Sports Weekly by pressing the triangle button. Then wait for the middleman. According to your nanoprobe, your vital signs are abnormal. Don't be so nervous, buddy.
I gotta get to the locker room. Where would a locker room? Oh wow, they have the whole floor plan of this place mapped out. This is surprisingly non-linear. It's opening up. There's a lot of really funny mechanics going on. Now that I've got past the intro, I'm seeing some of the appeal here. It's not just any shameless Metal Gear Solid ripoff. It's a wacky sweary game. It's a wacky sweary game doing a Metal Gear Solid ripoff. I mean, look at this. Look at this scene right here, with all of us cowering in the toilet, and me standing tall and heroically like nothing's going wrong, flipping this frying pan over an imaginary oven. The artsy urinals. Yeah, that's the other thing. These urinals look kind of weird. There is a style here. Something like The Sims, or like a web banner flash game advertisement. I'm also remembering the delights of PS2 era Grand Theft Autos to a certain extent, with how raw the animations and the lighting and this social situations are. A sort of delightful Xavier Renegade Angel-esque surrealism going on to this world that sometimes has reflections. You never see reflections in video games anymore. Okay, so I am like a tiny spy, weirdly ethnically ambiguous woman who is turned into a giant, very, very black guy with tattoos on the back of his head. He's kind of giving me Rodan vibes from Bayonetta. But we need to find, and we're going to use this guy to freely navigate around a non-linear sandbox map. Like, I gotta look at the map to get my bearings here. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's a 3D Metroidvania map! What the fuck is going on? Okay, there's a 2D to 3D button. R2, L2, this changes room. Let's go to the flashy bright blue thing. Level 1, target forest, target microscope. Oh, good! Some English appears. Okay, I'm gonna take a right, go through the red doors. Security terminal, and take a left. Okay. Triangle, X. Okay. I do want to play the international version, though. I don't think the tone is that drastically different to where it's actually a, uh-oh. Maybe I need to be a security guard after all. I want to be the chef, though. So, I don't know if the tone is different enough to be worth the extra trouble I'm going to be having with, okay, bathroom.
the extra trouble I'm going to be having with item descriptions and menus. Like, the best I got is just yes and no. Oh, this is the boys' room. I should...
Hey, do you mind? Have I seen you before?
Boys.
Sorry about that.
Right, I had a brain fart, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to transform into a girl, but I'm actually going to stay a boy. Here we go. This is who I want to be. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Hey, do you mind?
I'm making a save state just in case.
Have I seen you before?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
You check out. Sorry about that.
Okay. Okay. I thought of another one. Dead Rising. Dead Rising. This scene right here with a detailed looking bathroom inside of the over bright, undershadowed sort of social parody of Western life that some Japanese games were on about in the 2000s is coming through here. There's some fun to be had here. I'm having a lot more fun with this level than I was in the prologue, because this one seems a lot less linear. Okay, let me take another look at the map. But one thing... 2D to 3D... The way this game does clumsy, inelegant controls does not seem as thought out as Metal Gear. Metal Gear's controls are a mess, but you can learn them and get good at them. And there's a certain method to the madness where Metal Gear's controls seem kind of designed around an anatomical placement of the buttons that correspond to a human anatomy. The square and circle... Oops! Oh, shit! Square and circle are shoot and punch, respectively. Almost like they represent your character's left hand and right hand. You can punch at the same time as you can shoot. You don't have to deselect them to do one or the other. But in this game, you do. You have to unequip your gun to use your CQC punching stuff. And that seems like it's not as... Definitely not as not possible to do an elegantly choreographed action scene like in all the cool action movies Kojima wants his games to play like. The other thing is that the buttons... You have a left and right hand on square and circle, and then cross. The button on the bottom makes your character go down.
The button on the bottom of the controller is associated with down. The triangle button is your first-person view button. And in Metal Gear Solid 2, it's the interact with the environment button, because that's at the top of your character's anatomy. The left and right of the triggers bring up your inventory for your equipment or your weapons, which are also split into the same kind of difference between lethality that your punch and your shoot buttons are split into, where those two buttons bring up things that would be in your character's pockets, like in your left and right pockets. In Metal Gear Solid, the controls are a mess, but they are like splayed out on the controller in a way where you could imagine the Da Vinci Man spread eagle across the controller with every arm and hand and leg corresponding with a certain button in a way that does make sense. And here, I don't know if it makes sense. The functions are there. The controls are there. We got first person. We even got first person aiming if we really want to, but you guys have seen me try to use it and it doesn't really pan out. Oh, look at him sway those hips. Yeah! Why am I not allowed inside, though? I wish I could read the error message and see. The first laboratory. Wait, I don't know if that's where I want to go. The first laboratory is not the locker room. But I do have to go through there. Okay, maybe I need to be... Maybe I need to be a scientist? The jump button makes you do different actions and different disguises. The sneak button also does different functions. Maybe I need to put in a security chip. There's no need to use that now. Maybe I need to use my level 1 card. Yeah, there we go. Boop, 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 boop. Is this blackface? Yeah, kind of. This is not a Japanese blackface character, but it did seem like they were like Rodan from Bayonetta. They're exaggerating his blackness to a certain extent. He's huge. He has badass tattoos on the back. But it's fun. I'm having fun. I was having fun dressing up as that exaggerated portrayal of the only black guy in the whole game we've seen so far. And listen to these speeches, like they're fun. What kind of t-shirts this guy wearing? Oopsie whoopsie.
This person shouldn't be here.
Oh no! Good thing I made a save state. So we gotta wrap up. I gotta make a pizza and send some important emails. The music is trying. It's so easy to picture the attempt at like a Metal Gear Solid 2 tanker fuck up where you're just punch kicking guards in an infinite loop. The music is going crazy with this like freestyle insane person jazz. And here it's trying to do something like that. Except the collision detection for the punch kicks are all wrong. When the guards fly backwards, they don't really collapse into each other and dramatically fall down like dominoes with a sense of weight and impact. Not as much a sense of weight and impact like in Metal Gear Solid 2. The wild... Oh, I just picked something up and I don't know what it is. The crazy jazz that's playing is definitely not as crazy, and it's doing it with like these sad MIDI instruments. But I can tell that they were probably having more fun making this game than the Metal Gear Solid 2 team was, because the Metal Gear Solid 2 team were getting crunched into an awful Japanese way where some of them have probably had debilitating mental health effects or killed themselves. This does not feel like it was made with that style of Japanese overwork crunch sensibilities. There's a sense of humor here and a sense of boldness with how unpolished it is too, that carries over into the later sweary games. Japanese indie games are oftentimes popular not necessarily for being creative and unique and innovative and wonderful, but just being weird and unpolished in a work culture that's more about being conventional and highly polished. All right, can I Like the pantry that they put that has all the little interactive don't you need Nauticon? Maybe we'll find out in the international version later. The pantry exemplifies this stuff. Like they put a pantry of smashable foodstuffs and they're not showing off anything other than them having a sense of humor about what game developers thought was cool and wild and wacky and neat at the time. I made a save state, and I think I made a real save. If I am not playing Death Stranding 2 next week, we will pick this up. I want to get through 1000X Resist before Death Stranding 2, and that is going slowly because the game is crashing. And I want to play 1 chapter a night. So we might be doing 1, 2, maybe 3 more weeks of Spy Fiction. Next week should go more smoothly than this week because we'll have the controls already made out ahead of time. I'm also, because OBS is frozen from an hour ago, I'm still seeing screenshots from that first level and realizing the second level of this game is way stronger than the first. I'm kind of excited to see what else is in store for me in the second level. The first level could fuck right off. I don't know how much fun I was having with the first level. I was having fun with the second level. The second level's a hoot.
Allow me to skip the formalities and
DS2, let's go. I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful day. I enjoyed discovering Spy Fiction. Here on Metal Gear Monday, we play Spy Fiction games. That's the kind of games we play on Metal Gear Monday.